congratulations on the first win as a professional. Did it take longer than expected, or pretty much according to plan?
Yeah, I think it took a little bit longer.
But, you know, it was finally nice to just get the monkey off the back, and hopefully that leads to more wins down the road.
We've highlighted your collegiate career over the years. You won 12 times on the NCAA Division II circuit. College compared to professional golf?
Yeah, it's similar, but it's also really different, right? The competition's, it's cutthroat. Everyone's doing it for a living. You know, in college you have buddies, and you know it's good to get out and see guys. But professional game, you still have buddies, but you're trying to bash their heads in, right? So it's pretty cutthroat, but I've loved it, and I think I'll continue to do so.
What could you get away with as an amateur golfer that you can't get away with as a pro? Because I'm guessing there's certain areas where you know you can miss, and there's certain areas where you can't. But give me the Coles Notes version.
It's just the simple mistakes, right? It's just eliminating the silly mistakes. You know, in college you can kind of get away with it a little bit more, or amateur, because there's more guys making kind of the same sort of mistakes. But in the professional game, it's you know, it's really clean, and everybody's limiting their mistakes, and that's kind of whoever comes out on top.
We have followed your career for the last several years, and first time I met you, you're probably this big when you were hanging around. Your dad was toting you from golf tournament to golf tournament. How much have you grown as a golfer, and how much do you still have to grow now that you're a professional? Yeah,
I think I've grown a ton, obviously, just like anything else in life. Golf is something that I've known my whole life, and I think I've grown, but I'm going to continue to grow. Just working my way through the professional ranks is, you know, you learn different things every week, right? Whether that be how to travel or how to prepare or practice or learning different environments. So there's a long way to go, but I've come a long way.
We've got some footage of you in action. You're always a solid iron player. In order to take it to the next level, to have the success as a professional, obviously we know you're going to try to get a PGA Tour card because that's your goal. Is it hitting it farther? Is it remaining consistent? Is it making those putts from 10 feet in? The pro game.
It's all of those. You know, it's just a combination of everything that you mentioned. So just fine tuning everything and trying to get better in every single aspect of the game, and you know, trying to somehow get a foot up on other guys is what it's going to take, and that's what we're working for.
We always hear from professional athletes when they get to a certain level that it's always between the ears. And you hear it a lot about golf, because when we go to pro events, everybody putts well, everybody hits the ball either a mile or they're always finding the fairway, and their wedges are always so good. How much have you had to learn to play the game in between your heads, in between your ears, and you know, get rid of those bad shots and focus the task at hand?
Yeah, that's the main deciding factor in all of it, right? So the best guys in the world are elite at that, and you know, improving in that aspect of the game is kind of my main focus at this point, and that's kind of what I think would lead to me getting to the next level. So it's a constant work in progress, but I feel like we're making the right steps.
Okay, so you went on the Vancouver Golf Tour, you cashed the $4,000 check, and I jokingly said, knowing what the entry fees are for PGA Tour Latin America, as well as Monday qualifiers for the Korn Ferry Tour, as well as the PGA Tour, what does the rest of the summer look like, AJ, and what does your calendar look like for tournaments?
Yeah, so the next couple weeks, I'm still at home, so I'll be preparing at home by playing the Vancouver Golf Tour. It's a good stepping stone and just good to get reps in and you know, and play some rounds. But I'll be heading to Toronto, playing the RBC Canadian Open Monday qualifier. And then right after that, we go to the Q School for the PGA Tour Americas and hopefully play there all summer.
You won the Jack Nicklaus Award as the top collegiate NCAA 2 division golfer. Did he give you a piece of advice when you got to meet Mr. Nicklaus?
I did, yeah, but I'm gonna keep that for myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, when you win again, we'll have to get the story from you then, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jay.
Congratulations. Wish you the best of luck. AJ, you're winning on the Vancouver Golf Tour. Jen, hopefully his first of many victories as a professional golfer.